Hello everyone, welcome all to the 7th session of our online Introduction to React Library series. In our previous session, we have learned to create a system with basic login, logout and a home page. I hope you all tried a bit at home, and also I appreciate and encourage all our participants who are eagerly waiting to acquire more knowledge from today's session. Your questions, which leads to healthy discussion during the session, is more appreciated. So without further delay, let's start the session. Ms. Thanaruby, you can share the screen and it's over to you.
Thank you, Veronica. Good evening, everyone. Now you can see my screen, right?
Yes, it's visible.
As we discussed, we are going to start with our to-do app from today. So what we are planning to do today is we are going to look into the folder structure, and we are going to create the pages and look into the design of the pages. And tomorrow we'll be looking into component structure and component creations. And after that, we'll be looking to Redux state and connections. The fourth session will be you guys have to come up with doubts. I hope you guys will be trying this at home. So if you guys can ask questions, we can discuss on that. So today, I'm going to start from the very beginning. Last day also we did the same thing. Still, I'm going to do the same. So this is my plan for today. Plan file structure and create needed pages and develop interface. So I have written down the file structure I'm going to create. First, I'll create the app and I'll come here. So create React new app first. Create, sorry, npx create So this is going to be our folder structure for our to-do app. Inside our source page, we are going to create a folder for assets to create to keep our images and needed files, and a root file that is to define our roots, and a pages folder where we will keep our we are going to develop two pages, so a to-do page and an employee page. So we are going to keep all to-do related pages inside this folder and employee related pages inside this folder, and then error page. So for that, we are going to create another folder, and after pages folder, we are going to create store folder where we'll keep all our Redux store related files. So to do state related files inside to do folder, and employee state related file inside employee folder, and reduces file to create our combined reducer. We are not really going to look into reducers today. We'll look into that later. We are going to create the folder structure as of today. So this is done, and So we are starting our project with npm start. So we have only this page for now that is inside our store folder. So I'm going to create needed folders. Folder. Pictures, and let me I have planned some pages. We'll look into what are the pages we need later. So I'm not going to create those pages. For now, let me just create all the folders. And also these are somehow we are going to create, we don't really need to think and plan it. We need action, reducer, selector files. So I'm going to create those files too. Need a router file, so file, I'm going to create this JS file. Assets folder. And store folder. Inside store, I'm going to create employees and to do this file action reducer and selectors inside my file dot js. No file reducer dot js and .js. I'm going to copy and paste it there. Okay. So we need reducers to reducers file. So no file. Okay. So now we have all the files needed for our to-do app. Now we'll look into how we are going to create our route. So inside our app.js, currently we are having the code which is appearing in our app. So I'm going to remove that code first, and I'm going to put my router inside this element. So I don't need this logo. So I can remove this logo from here. And I'm going to remove CSS which are not needed for me. So okay, fine. Now I have to add the React router package. So router, it's here. So I'm going to copy and paste and create my router. So First, I'll add it to my project. Get rooted on. I'm going to add another terminal and npm install. Okay, let that install. Let me copy this code, and I'm going to use that piece of code in my router. I had already created a router page, so it's here. So I'm going to export this as default. Export default router. I'm planning to create 2 pages, an employee page and a to-do page. The plan is going to be we are going to add, edit, delete some to-dos and assign that to a specific employee, so that in our employee page, we can see a list of employee and number of to-dos assigned to that employee. So we want 2 pages. So in our home page, we are going to have say employee list. So this is going to be our employee page. So inside pages, inside employee, I'm going to create a new file. And I'm going to create employee component. FC or okay. So this is export as default. We can use this folder name because this is index component. So what I'm going to do is inside my router, I'm going to import this. So import employee. Pages and employee. This has because this is going to be our component. This should be in capital. The starting letter should be in caps. So I'm going to change my name of rename my folder. So okay. So this is going to be my home page component, and also another page that is to-do page. Inside, I'm going to rename this folder to rename to-do new file index.js. I'm going to use RAFCE and it spelling mistake. I'll rename this index. Okay, I hope it is okay. So I'll import this in my router. This is going to be to do from to do. So this is my to do. I'm going to import router from my app page. So here import router from router, and I have to give router provider. So for that, I'm going to import router provider from React router DOM and give the router provider and pass a parameter named router. I'm going to pass my router inside this. So my router is done. Let me check whether my router works fine. So I'm going to, it's already started. So yeah, this is my, let me put some other name because both will say index. So index home, index home, yeah, index home, and this is index to do. Okay. Okay, that says index. Oh, yeah. I just change the name. And yeah, it is index home and to do. No. Okay, that error comes. So what I'm going to do is I have created a folder for error page. I'm going to create new file here, index.jsx, and I'm going to create RA component, and this is error page. So what I'm going to do with the error pages, so in this router, we have an option to show the if there is an error, to show the error page. So we are going to give that error element. So in my router, I'm going to give error element here and give my error page as the error element. So I'll my error page name is error page, and error page. I'm exporting it. It should be inside the pages and error page. So I'm going to give this element here. So when an error comes, this error page will be visible. We'll put a proper design in some odd time. So it will refresh it. Now my error page appears. If I give to do, my to do page appears. So that works fine. Now what I'm going to do is I want to give a common component where I can click on to do an employee, which is the menu, and go to the specific page. So that should be common component. So I'm going to give that and give these 2 pages as the children of that page. So I'm going to copy that code from here. Okay. Children, inside the children array, I'm going to give my roots. So my path is this, then go to employee, or else if my path is to do, go to the other page. That is okay, but for the command element, I'm not going to give this employee, but I'm going to design a menu or a command page and pass it to the command element. So let me name it command element, and I'm going to create a folder called navigator inside my page. So new folder, navigator. Sorry, I have named it as common element. I'll put a name like navigator. That is common way to do it. So I'll change the name. And inside navigator, I'm going to create a new file, index.jsx, and there I'm going to create RAFC in a component, and I'm going to give that to my router. So navigator from navigator. Okay. Now this inside this navigator, I should give the place where my children should appear inside this element. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a wrapper element, and I'm going to give my children there. So for that I have to use that must be outlet. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to give this outlet here, and I have to import from React Router DOM, and I'm giving this outlet here. So my page content will appear here. So I'm going to design my navigator now. My router work is done. I'm not going to do anything inside this other than this work. So now I'm going to design my navigator. So how I'm going to give my navigator is on the top there are going to be a bar that is separated into 2 tabs. So one for home and one for to do. So that's how my navigator is going to appear. So I'm going to design that. Here I'm going to give a div with display flex and flex direction row, so that I can give two div inside and display that side by side. So div style and style, I have to give a object, style object for the style property. So display flex, and I'll close this view. And inside this, I'm going to give home and to do. So home and to do. I'm also going to give a background color for my navigator. So this is an object, so I will give a comma and background color, and that must be a string. So hash, I'll put CCC. So this should apply side by side, but if I let me check how it appears. So it appears like next to next. What I want is it has to appear in 50% with each. So what I'm going to do is I'll give a style for this too. So style, I can give flex 1. In that case also it will appear in 50% width, or else I can give with 50%. I'm going to give flex grow 1. So now it appears as expected. I'm going to give a bigger font. It is a number, it must be a number. And also I'm going to give padding for this. Padding 20. Okay, now that looks good. So that is fine. Now I'm going to give links for this home and to do. So for that, I'm going to import link from React Router DOM, because if I give anchor tag, it will refresh the page again. So to avoid that, I'll use link. So here, link to the path will be slash, because this is our home page, and this path will be to do. So link is also done. So let me check. There is some issue here, but my link works still. There is some issue because we have put the link as a wrapper. So what I am going to do is I'll check whether I can give style to the link. So I can give. So I'm going to give this style to the link. That must do the work. So yes, it works fine. So I can remove this flex font from here, but I'm going to give font color for this. Font, sorry, it must be color. And I'm going to give black. So I'm going to copy and paste it down to that works. And I'm going to remove the underline. So text decoration. I'm going to put none. Hope that will work. No, that doesn't work. So we have to text. Any of you knows how to remove that underline? Shamila. Can I get any help? Okay, that works. So I have to give the text decoration style to the link. So let me just copy and paste it here. So that works. It works as expected. So we have done with our navigator. Now we are going to design our pages. I think we have 20 more minutes. We are going to look into the design for today. From tomorrow, we'll look into how to create components and all. So until for another 20 minutes, we'll look into the design. After that, what I'm going to do is I'll share this code with the organizers. Please get this code, or else you start from scratch, and please complete the design when you come next session. We won't be completing whole design today. We'll do until for another 20 minutes. So we are done with our navigator. Now I'm going to put employee list and account for employees. So I'll go to employee page. I'm going to create a sample, a dummy data for employees to create my design. So const dummy data equals, I'm going to create an array because our data will be in an array. So name test, and also I'm going to have a number which is a to do count. So to do count equals this. So I'm going to I have given 5 element inside my array. So I'm going to use this array to create my design. So I'm going to give a design for the outside div. Style equals adding 20. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to map this employee data sorry. Yeah, I'm going to map this employee data and display it in my home page. So for that, to do a mapping function or to use a variable inside my JSX element, I have to open curly brackets. So inside this, I'm going to map this employee data. So dot map m equal arrow. Here I'm going to display each data. So for that, I can simply put this one, and inside this I can open and close another curly brackets, and I can put emp dot emp name. This will list out. I'll put div to list it in row like this. Or else what we can do is we can open a curly brackets here and put return statement, and this will also work. So for this we don't need a return statement for anything, so I'll remove it. And now I'm going to design this. So here also I'm going to have employee name and number of to-do count side by side in each row. So I'm going to use same style like we used in the navigator. So style display flex, and inside this I'm going to have two divs. And inside the first div, employee name, and second going to have employee count. So this comes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use flex one as we used before. So style flex row one. So it will come in the middle. So that works. I'm going to reduce the size of this outer div. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce another div inside the outer div, and for the outer div what I'm going to do is I'm going to give flex and justify content center. For this div I'm going to give a width. So there is going to be 60%. So let me check whether that works. That works as expected. Let me put 50, so it's more smaller now. So when we give some bigger name, employee name here, it will look okay. So that is what, this is what our employee page design, but we are going to do some more nice design for this. So let me just put border for this div. So border, let me say border width 1 and border color border color, and let me put hash and also border style and solid. That looks okay. And yeah, for our employee page, this is going to be our design. And let us go to to-do page and design this. So to-do page, and I'm going to do some design like this. So let me first design my data. So employee, sorry, to do dummy data equals, this array is going to have objects. So to do name, or else say description. Description is going to be some string. So I'll just put to do a task. And this particular to do is also going to have a user ID. So let me say employee ID, and this is going to be 1. So that is the data I'm going to have in my data. So there is my data structure. For now, this is needed. When we actually getting a data, we'll have more data like ID and more data. But to design our page, these two is enough for us. So I'll copy this and design my page now. To do, first, I'm going to create a search bar in the top. That is going to come in the right side. So inside this, I'll introduce a div. Inside this, input. Okay, input. Placeholder is going to be search. I'm going to give some styles for this. My search input has to appear in the right side. So let me give display flex and align items, justify content, end. So that will do the work. Let me check my screen. to do. I don't see that. What is the issue? I'm designing inside my error page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. This is navigate. Where is my? It's like this. Okay. Error page. I'm just going to have page not found message. So I'm going to give some style for this. Font size. I'll give a really big font and background color. Some hash CCRS 3334999, and I'm going to give height for this view. I'm going to give 100%, and color. Let me check this page how that appears. So okay, height doesn't really work. So what I'm going to do, let me try 100 vertical height. No, that works. So yeah, and I'm going to display the content in the middle of the div. So display flex and align items, center, and justify content, center. That should do the work. No, it didn't come to the center of the page. Align item center, justify content center, but it must come. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the element tab and try it out. Okay, this is a div that has okay, here I'm going to try it out. What can I do? Because this is if I edit the styles here, I don't really need to come here and check or else reload the page or anything. I can easily see my changes there. So I can try it out here and put the same code to my app file. So that is what I'm going to do. Here I have display flex and justify content center. That is not working. And align items center. But here it works. The same code align. I have put align content. Align items. So now that has to work. This is my page not found page, error page. So let me go to my to-do page and start designing that. So my to-do, okay, I'm going to remove this page, delete, and rename this page, rename, and okay. Now let me check my code. I have a search input here. So I'm going to properly design my search input. So I'm going to add some styles. When you're adding styles for this, you can use CSS files too. Now I'm adding inline styles. If you want, if you feel like your code has to be more neat, use your code, use your styles inside a CSS file. So for the styles, I'm going to give border and solid 1px and hash CCC. You can give the border as a string too here. So given a border, and I'm going to give a margin right and 50px. It has to be a number, so 50, and height of the input, let me give 35, 40. So this must do. I'll also give width of my input. So width is 200. Okay, my search input is done. I also want to remove this. If I want to remove this blue box when I'm clicking on it, what I have to do is I have to use my styles inside a CSS file, and I have to use focus effect. So I have used inline styles. So now I'm not going to do that. I'm going to increase the font size. ISO 16 plus 20. Yeah, that is my search bar. Next, I'm going to add an input and a select and a button. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an outline for that, and inside that outline, I'm going to use those things. So div style border. I'll paste the same thing. I'm going to give more lighter color, so we go with that. And inside this, I have to create the input and a select. So another input type. Sorry, this has to be select. Yeah, select and a button. Okay. So this is already coming side by side because these are input items. But to design it properly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this wrap div around these elements. So okay, and I'm going to put flex around it. Display flex, display flex, and I'm going to bring it to the middle of that div. So I'm going to wrap a div around this and bring the other div to the middle of the wrapper div. So I'll paste it, paste it here, and I don't want a border here. Display flags and justify content, center, and here I'm going to put a width, and let me give 70%. That would do it. And also I'm going to design my inputs now. So here, style width. I'm going to put a really kind of a wider width. So I'll put a 500 width and height as 14. And also I want to put border, so I'll copy the same border. And that should do. Okay, here only I'm going to write my to do and select user list, and then I'm going to click on the button. So let me design the select. So for that also I'm going to copy and paste and edit it. I don't want this width, so I'll put 100, height 40 is okay, border is okay. So I have to give option to this. We'll look about the options tomorrow because we are just going to design this. So this is fine. I'm going to give a give margin for this. So or else I'll give padding for this style. Padding 10. Going to copy and paste the same padding for the 3 divs. So yep. And for the button also, I'm going to give same kind of design. So width is going to be 100. I'm going to add text here, and then now my design is done. I'm going to select a user and click on add. So that is going to add a to do item for my list. So I'm also going to put a margin on top of this div because these two are like next to next. So here I'm going to put margin top, margin top, and let me put 20, 20. So that looks okay. I am going to put the same thing to the search tool. Yeah, that looks okay now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this list, display this list and 2 buttons next to next, so I can edit and delete. So yeah, I have a list here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this component, this element, and put inside my map, and I'm going to edit it. So this is my add element. Let me copy that, and I'm going to give map statement. So dot map to do, and I'm going to remove this curly brackets, and put my code. Okay, for every to do item, now this element is displaying, but I don't need that. What I am going to do is I'm going to display my to do item here, and this select is going to no, that select also will not come. I'm going to display the user here, and there are going to be two buttons. So let me first copy this add button and edit those things. So first button is going to be edit, second delete, and I don't want to select here. All I want is to display the user employee ID for now. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this element and inside my div to do dot employee ID. That should display the employee ID. And I'm going to copy this same thing to display my to do item. So inside this I have must be the name is okay, to do description. To do description. So there's done. This is coming like this. So I want the buttons to appear in the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give flex to the to this to do item description outer div. So flex row 1. Okay, that does the work. And also I want to put checkbox in the far left side and delete all button where I can check one or more element, two or more element, and when I click on delete all, those lines will get deleted. So I want to design that too, but I'm not going to do that now. So please try this at home, and if you come up with some doubts and questions, then we can discuss that in the next session. Yeah. Do anybody have anything to ask in router or styles or designing interface design? Please ask. So I'll bind up today's session with this. So thank you very much, and Veronica, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thanaruby, for your valuable time and your valuable knowledge that was shared with us. And thank you all for your participation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask by filling the feedback form. So with this message, let's wind up the session. Thank you. And one more message. Our next session will be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Please join. Thank you.